Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. I am Mark and I'm happy you're with me today because we will be trying Sully or Sullivan. So if you like this monster and you want to learn how to draw it, grab a sheet of paper, a pencil, and come have some fun with me. So I have my paper on landscape format, so it's sideways like this, but we'll be drawing Sully from top to bottom. So the way I'm going to start off with is I'm just going to draw his belly kind of in the middle of the page, right? So let's just draw this like this egg shape, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And then right over here, this will be kind of his chest area and the top of his shoulders. And then right over here, we'll have his head. So we'll just draw this like circular shape sitting at the top. And then we'll have like one arm coming out this way. And then it's going to be down here at the bottom of his belly area here. And then we'll have another arm that's like this over here. And this one's kind of going back in that direction. And then we'll have a leg. So we'll do like one shape here for the top and then his foot. And we'll have another leg on this side and then his foot over here, and then his tail will kind of come out over there. So once you draw these like bubble type shapes, what we can do is start going from here and expanding our lines and putting more details. So the way we can start off is I'll start with his belly. So I'm going to start with this shape and we're going to come like this. I'm going to give like a full belly, you know, it's kind of round. And then I'll have like a little shape like that. Okay, and I'm using a pencil because we can erase these lines afterwards. And then up over here, I'm gonna come and curve like where his chest is. This will kind of curve out like that. Okay, and then on this side, he's gonna have like his belly's gonna be all the way rounded like this. Okay. Now, as I'm doing the belly, I think it might be worthwhile to get the top part of his body set up. So if we work our way up over here, we can start drawing his face. So I will draw a curved line that starts, see where this line is here? I'm going to come actually down a bit more. Okay. So I'm going to start his lower jaw right here, and this is going to kind of come up and kind of point up like this. And right about here, about halfway around there, we'll kind of round this and we'll come like that. And if you put two eyes right here, so there's one, two, then we can draw his other side of his face. So if this comes down and points, then we can draw a line that kind of comes up to just to the left of his eyes. So we'll come like this and we'll hook back like that. Okay, now if you want to adjust any of this, you can do that. I might actually pull this line out just a little bit more. So I'm going to come out just a little bit more, and then I'm going to kind of come up sharply like this. Okay. So the next thing I'll want to do is right where this slope is here, I'm going to draw his nose. I'm going to come up like this upside down U shape, and then I'm going to join these together, and then I'll have like one nostril here and then another nostril there, and then I'll draw like this mouth shape. So this is going to kind of come down, and we're going to be close to the top of his nose. So we want this shape to be coming into this corner like this, and then it'll come down and we'll bend like like this, and we'll come back up like that. We could do a little shape over there, and then we can put like one tooth and then a second tooth like that. Now if you go back to his eyes, you can add a smaller shape in the middle. That'll be his pupil, and then you can do his other eye here, and then a smaller pupil inside there. Now he'll have these thick eyebrows, so we'll just go up at an angle and come up, and this will kind of zigzag down and join together like that. And then from here we can come down and almost like cut through the eye a little bit and hook back up, and this will be thicker here where it's the middle, be thicker than the sides, so this could kind of come down and point like that. Then he has like this horn. We'll have this horn come out to the left, it'll come up and then bend again, and this will like point like this and then down like that. And I'll have some like lines going through there like that. Now let's work his head now. So we'll come up and imagine this line keeps going through his eyebrows, meets over here, comes down, and as you get to where this jawline is right here, this will start to slope over in this direction like that. Okay, then we can put his other horn in. So right where this eyebrow is, if you come down a little bit, and then you're going to come out to the left, and then you're going to kind of come up, and then it's going to point in like that. And we'll come down, and you want this to be the thickest part right here, and then these will kind of get thinner as you kind of point in. And then you can add some of those lines back in like that, and you won't have that in the middle. Alright, so there we go. So now we could put his chin in like this. Okay, so we have his head in place. Now we'll start working his shoulders. So right here, his shoulder is coming off of his neck, and we want to try to find the other side, so somewhat horizontal like that. We'll just start up here, roughly about halfway, and we'll draw this other shoulder over there. Okay guys, now this we can maybe curve that out a little bit more, and then round this a little bit more like that. I need your help to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Click that subscribe button. That way you get to see all of my videos. I do them every single day, and you don't want to miss out on any single one of them. Next thing, we can add a couple little like hairy shapes. So we could do like 1, 2, and maybe one in the downward angle. And then this is going to come down like this. And then right where his elbow is, we'll have these fur shapes kind of coming down like this. Okay, so we'll have a couple fur shapes that come down. And then over here, this will round and come into his wrist area, right about here. Now, if you draw an angle at a slight angle up like that, okay, we can draw his other forearm shape. So right about here, we can come down like this. Then we can draw a line that comes up, and then we'll draw his back right there. All right, now we can put his fist over here. So he'll have 3 knuckles at an angle like that. So we'll come off of where the wrist is over here, and you can start up over here, go over to the right, and then round that knuckle right there. So we'll have like this round shape like this. And then right in the middle, if you draw a line in where the forearm is down in the middle, you'll have a second knuckle shape like that, and then you'll have a third one like this, but this one's going to kind of bend and flatten out over to the left, and then it's going to come up, and then his finger is going to be right here. This is going to be his little pinky finger, and then right where this is, I'm going to have to shorten this up a little bit. Right where that is right here, I'll do a curve in this direction like that. Alright, so we have his forearm now drawn in and his knuckles kind of bent. Now we can make our way over to the other side and finish off this arm. So right over here we'll draw some of those furry shapes right here, and then this will come down, and then this arm is going to come down like this, and then right where you have this elbow kind of bent, you'll have this one right about there. So we'll extend this down, and his fur will come like that, and then this will come right about here. Okay, so we'll end right about here, and we'll curve this like that. So then his forearm on this side, right about here, will come up, and then his arm will come down in this direction. So there'll be a little bit of a gap in there. And right over here, we'll curve this towards the body. And then you'll see this little finger that we drew here, we'll do that on this side. So come down here, we'll round that, come down, and then flatten it like that. All right, so that one's kind of bent, but you don't really see it on the other side of his body. Then I'll just erase this. Okay. So now I'm going to draw, this shape is a little bit too high. I'm going to kind of come down a bit, and then I'm going to come up like that. So my bodies became a little bit larger than originally thought, so I'm going to come a little bit closer to the bottom of my page. That's why we kind of center them as best we can as we begin. So then from here, as I come up, I'm going to do his legs, and I'm going to start in the middle right here. So if you draw a line in the middle, we could start from the edges, but if you start not enough space, you won't find this center point here. So on the left side, I'll curve a shape out a little bit, and then I'll come back in this direction. Okay, and then this will extend to the left. And then I'll do the same on this side. We'll come out in this direction, curve down, and then this will be his heel, his like back of his foot, and then this will come in towards the right. Okay, so then when we have that, now we can kind of determine how big of a foot he's going to have. So if you drew a line at an angle, then we can find the other toe over here. So we'll do this, and we'll hook this down, and then he's going to have 3 like sharp toenails. So we're going to draw like this elliptical shape. So we'll have 1, 2, and then a third one. And what we'll do is we'll kind of come down and come up. So this will be 1 toenail. Then we'll have a second one that comes up, and this one's going to curve in that same direction. And then that last one will be right here, and you'll just see a little bit of that last one. And then you can finish off the toes like that, and then this one like this. And if you make any adjustments, that's okay. Like this, get this toe in here. Now when this comes over, then what we can do is we can come up at an angle just a little bit, similar to this angle. Come up like that, and then have this like hair shape, this fur shape like this. And this is going to come into his hand right there. Okay, then we can come back on this side and we can do the same thing. So over here, this will come down and we'll draw like an angle like this. And this will be kind of like where his other toe comes right about there. So if you draw like, this will be one toe, you can kind of put another one here, and like that. So those will be his toes, but then we want to put the nails in, so we'll draw this C shape like this, and then we'll have this toenail coming out of there, and we can draw another shape like this with that one extending out, and then you can put the last one right there. That'll be the last toe, just like this. And then over on this side, this will come out and hook to the right. It'll come up and you'll get a little fur deal for his kneecap, and then this will kind of come right over in this direction like that. All right, so we have that drawn in place there. Now let's get his tail in. So we're going to come off of his foot here. And you can see how far off I am from the original. We just extended this a little bit longer. So I'm going to come out to the left, and then I'm going to kind of bend this up a bit, and then I'm going to come down, and this will come up into his hand, and then he'll have a couple little bumpy shapes, little bony shapes like that. All right, so the next thing we can do is add some details, and I'll start with his belly. So right from this chest area here, I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to come all the way and leave a little bit of space here. So we want to have like this curve like that, and this will kind of come down, and then it'll round right into the lower part here. So this will be like this. And then we can have some pink shapes on his body. So he has like these pink polka dots. So I'll kind of put like one, and just put like, I'll kind of make it like a little, so it looks like there's, you know, fur, because he has fur all over his body. So we won't make these perfect circles, but I'll just kind of add like little, almost like these little furry pieces off of his, you know, elbows and stuff. We'll kind of do some shapes like that. So there's one there. Let's put in this little crease where his chest is. So if his chest comes down a little bit, we'll kind of do something like that over here. And that'll bend. And then I'll add another pink polka dot up over there. We'll do one over here. And we could put one on his back right over here. We could put a small one where his wrist is, and then another one kind of like where the forearm is, like this. And you could put a small one where the tail is. I'll put one over here, and then we'll join another one on his kneecap, and then a smaller one kind of where his ankle is, and one over here. And then I think we're good, guys. I think this looks great. I'll put a little bit of some fur over there on his face. I'm gonna go ahead and ink my drawing in, but if yours didn't turn out like this, all you need to do is go down in the description below, download the copy of the coloring page that I have in there for you guys. And then you could just have a lot of fun coloring this in. Alright, if you want, you can go and erase the pencil lines. And now I'll start adding in my colors. Go down in the comments below and submit your requests. I'll try to get to your drawings as quickly as I can. Well, there you go, guys. I just finished drawing Sully or Sullivan. So I had a ton of fun. I hope you did too. If you did, please like the video and why not subscribe to the channel as well? That way you can see when I do new videos, which is every weekday. So until the next one, I'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.